Afternoon. June of 1957, my privilege as Lieutenant Jones was then my first academy commencement. I remember well the ceremony, especially the graduating cadets throwing their caps into the air, and all of the pomp and circumstance which accompanied that occasion. The ceremony 2 years ago, when the Alumni Association dedicated the memorial in honor of our veterans who gave their lives in service to their country, was again an impressive ceremony. The fact is that each of the 30 graduation exercises I have attended has actually felt upon my memory because of some specific event or because of the people involved. Today's ceremony will likewise be a memorable. It is my honor to welcome the persons present today to the dedication of our library in memory of Donald Mancini, from Morgan Park Military Academy class of 1930. Our special guests today are Mrs. Donald Mancini, Mr. Walter Callum, his wife Dolores, and his son Christopher. My thanks to you for making this occasion possible. On behalf of the trustees, alumni, faculty, and all members of our school community, I thank you. I'd like to present Mr. A. Richard Ayers, class of 36, past president of the Alumni Association.
I really often wonder why they asked Dick Ayers, because, you know, when Mr. Holt, Richard called me, I really was elated that they asked me to attend this program. The reason being, you want to really know how long I've been here. I was here when they built Hanson Hall. In fact, I played on the concrete footings before that building across the green was built. I graduated from here in high school. I even went 2 years here to college. Some of you people don't realize, but we had a 2-year college. And I graduated from that in 1938. Really, I owe a lot to the Morgan Park Military Academy and the Morgan Park Academy. I was fortunate to go out to the University of Illinois. I've been on faculties at Illinois and other institutions. I've also had an opportunity to attend Yale, Cambridge, and places like that. So I owe a lot to this place. And I think about that when I'm asked to do something like that, because I often wonder, where would I be if it hadn't been for Morgan Park Academy? And that's why I feel, and that's why I was happy to participate. See, I wasn't in class with your husband, Miss Mancini, but I was around the campus, because I lived over here 3 blocks in a big farmhouse. I used to come over here continuously, well, probably from 1924 on. So I've been around this campus quite a long time. And I always emulated the uniform and how nice the cadets looked. And I've attended more Sunday parades than anybody I know. You know, you think about this library, there's 20,000 volumes right here in this room. You know, when you've been on faculties and things like that, you look at libraries. I've looked at the library at Yale, I've looked at the library at the University of Illinois, and those are, to me, the backbone of any institution. And really, that's why I think that the foresight of Mr. Mancini was great, and to think about the Morgan Park Academy. You know what we do is, I think in life we try to leave this world just a little bit better than how we found it. And I think the Mancini family will leave this world much better than they have found it. Because they will influence young men, young women for years and years and years. And I think that's the most important thing, because the only way we will ever gain is through an educational program. And that's why I was happy to participate today. Now, as you walked in the door, you saw duty, honor, country. That always reminds me of a fellow by the name of Colonel Abels and Colonel Jones. Okay? Now, you have to say Colonel Jones graduated with a PhD in divinity. So you knew we had a certain amount of religious characteristics about this place. I mean, that was the way it was. I mean, every Wednesday we had chapel, whether you liked it or not, and we had all the preachers categorized. We knew whether he was a poet, whether he was a fire and brimstone man, but you know that carried over a lot. I think that's part of the thing, because you realize that the University of Chicago started this place. The reason they started this place was for the sole reason they could take farm children from anywhere in the country, and they'd come up to try and get to the University of Chicago. They didn't have ACTs and SATs in those days, so the kid would come up to try and get in the university who could not be enrolled. So they started this institution as a prep school for the University of Chicago. And that's why, academically, I feel that all through the years, Morgan Park has actually been top on the list of high schools and colleges in the state of Illinois. But, as I say, Colonel Jones and Colonel Avis were excellent individuals. They carried on this institution. And we are very fortunate that faculty and friends that are on the staff at the present time. We are very fortunate. We're very fortunate that we've got alumni like we've got, like the Mancini family. And to me, it's one of the greatest things that we can have here at Morgan Park Academy. At this time, I would like to have those two young people, you'll know over there, Cadet Donald C. Mancini, class of 1930, and Donald C. Mancini, I salute you. I'm going to do a little introduction which probably Mr. Holstricker doesn't know about. We have worked on what I'm going to say for several days, but after meeting Ms. Mancini and hearing so many nice things, possibly I may deviate just a little bit. And so I'm speaking directly to you. And if you were to share right here by my side, we'd have a conversation. But this is what we'd like to say. I know that I do speak for the entire faculty when I thank you for your most generous gift. We who work with students are trying in our own ways to help them. Each one of us, Ms. Mancini, has his own methods, which we like to think help us reach our goals. A teacher can play a very important role in the life of a young child. I'm sure that everyone here in this room remembers at least one teacher who's had a positive effect on him. Some of these impressions remain with us forever. Certainly your husband had fond memories of Morgan Park and his teachers. Those of us who teach are visited all the time by alumni who return to talk, to see what's happening, and often just to get advice. They know that we are here to listen and to help whenever possible, even when just listening is the only way we can. This room is actually a place of opportunity, where our students, guided by us teachers, can learn to sharpen their skills, to increase their awareness, and to prepare themselves for the real world outside these walls. We are very proud to share with you the satisfaction that comes from knowing the Mancini name will become part of the daily lives of all of us here. We, the faculty, we here at Morgan Park Academy will honor his name through careful, diligent efforts to teach with excellence. That's our pledge to you, in gratitude for your confidence in this academy. Ms. Mancini, we are grateful.
We are very grateful that you came here today, that you and your family can personally accept our thanks as we dedicate the Mancini Island. Will you come?